Okay, ma'am. So a nav item is very easy, right? So we saw the exam. So now we'll come to know what is nav bar, because nav bar is very very important. Why? Because wherever you create a a portfolio or whatever the project, so you definitely have a nav bars. So how it works and how we create a nav bar. So let's check. So get down. So first, to create a nav things, what you need to do is you need to mention the nav element. So in this nav element, you need to mention the class. Okay, I'll tell you what class it is. Okay, just close it off. So in this nav class, nav bar is a first class name. Okay, and then we have some contextual classes: nav bar expand hyphen lg, and then dg hyphen body terry. Okay, so terry. So these are the, this is nothing but it's a color. Okay, it's just a color. For that purpose we have mentioned. So now but what I've given, this is my predefined, that is class, and this is a contextual class to make it large. For that purpose we are using this. And bg body is color. So how to set the background color for this. Next is you need to give div container. Okay, so in this div container I'm giving a class as fluid. So fluid is nothing but it will occupy this spaces. Example, from this to this. Okay, from this to this, everything will be uh, it will get saved. So for that you need to give container fluid. Okay, so get down. So and here you can see an anchor. So in this anchor, I'm giving a class name as navbar hyphen brand and href hash. So this is like a link. Okay. For link, you need to give a brand name. So this brand is nothing but it will showcase you like a brand. Example, it will not be like a normal text. It will be like a brand. For that, they have created this. Okay. I'm giving some brand name. Example, will give us EduNet Foundation. Okay. So this is how it will be. Next is I'm giving some button for this nav bar. Okay, so button class, it's going to be a navbar hyphen toggler. So for this, I need some toggler to move some text. For that purpose, I'm using this. And as usual, type is button and data is toggle. Okay, so here you need to mention the value as collapse and data is target. Okay, so these are the two attributes you need to add. This one is for toggle purpose, we are mentioning it as a collapse, and for this one I will have a separate id for this. Okay, so example, I'm giving it as a navbar support. So this has been created as a uh, support content, supported content. Okay, so this is a value for this. Let me change the okay, supported content and area controls. So here navbar support supported content. So we have two new attributes you need to mention in the button so that you can get a control of it. Okay. So and then I'm giving one more thing. So if you want to mention all these, you can. Otherwise, just leave it as a button itself if possible. Okay. So I'm just closing it on. And next, I'm giving us some span class navbar hyphen toggle hyphen icon tan. Okay, just closing this. So here we will check the output first. Where it has been saved. So here, wait a minute, let me check once again. So better we'll create one new file. Bootstrap.html. Okay, here I will save this. And what is the basic structure? Just if give it here. Okay, so this is like this. Let me run this. So it is a like kind of brand. Okay, like this I've designed it. So nav bar, as of now I didn't close it. So the nav element has been closed it. So what I'm going to do is after this, I'm going to create one a DAV container. Okay, so just get down. So I didn't close the nav. Okay, just get down. I'm creating one DAV class. The class name is nothing but collapse navbar hyphen collapse. Okay, and after doing this, so what is the class name? It is collapse in the navbar collapse. So it has been mentioned here. And the next thing is ID. So so here we have done something, right? So that this navbar supported content. So that ID has been used here. Just come and paste it. Okay. So this is my ID. And once it is done, just close it off. This is my DAV container. Okay. So in this DAV container, what are the things we are going to? I'm just going to order some list. So I need some things to be seen in that link. So like home and contacts or something like that. For that, I'm giving unordered list. Okay, in this unordered list, just go and give the class navbar hyphen nav me hyphen order. So this is nothing but to get the margin, and I'm giving again MB2. So if you want to know more about this, just get bootstrap.com. So here can just find margins. So here you can understand what it is. So M is for margin, setup margin. So for P is for padding. Okay. And E you can see end of the class that set a margin right or padding right, left or right. Okay, margin left or padding left. Okay, so this is how it will be. For the top, you need to mention empty, and see here in the coding. So what I have mentioned is yummy, and next is yumb. So yumb is what? It is called as a margin bottom. And the values you can see here. So for 0 size, the eliminates a margin and padding. But for 1, it takes a space of 0.25. And for this 2, and for this zero point 0.5, and for this one is a default one again. Okay, so this is what the spaces will be. Okay, so if you want to know more, just go and search it here. Okay, so next is mb2 and mb hyphen lg hyphen 0. So I need this one to be a large, okay, for 0, and I'm just giving a double quotes. In this place, a list of elements. So in this list of elements, I'm giving a class. So class as nav hyphen item. So here I'm giving it as a link. Okay, a class nav hyphen item actor. So this is a one more attribute. So it is nothing, it is it will make your page to be more attractive. For that we are using this things. Okay, and next thing is start. Href hash. It's going to be home. For this home, so what we'll do is we'll just we used to give another list and we'll list the element, right? So now here we can't do that. So we need to add a predefined classes. So this will give you some different things. Okay, just copy this. I'm going to make it for my one more unordered list. Okay, so for that, I'll let copy this unordered list, paste it here. So I'm giving this to be something different. So I'll give a name as mm, so like this I've designed it. So let's check the output. Okay, so as of now, what happened is, so see here, when I maximize this, I can see the names. Okay, when I minimize this, I can see some toggle icons, right? This is how it will be. Okay, if you want to change the spaces and something like that, that you can go. So how we can get this toggle bar is, you need to give this one nothing but a toggler, nav bar toggler. So this will give you the that a particular icon. Okay, clear? And for to making a image, if you want to import the image also, we can do that. So I'll tell you, I'll remove this all these things. Okay, so I'll tell you one more simple example because nav bar is very important. Okay. To import an image, how we can import an image? Example, I want my brand to be imported. So nav class. What is the main important thing we need to give? Nav bar is the class name for nav element. Okay, and then you need to give, if you want to give some colors, yes, you can obviously give. So body, I'm giving us Terry, and inside this this now. So in this, what you will do. So previously I've given a div, a container to be a container fluid. So here this is going to be image. So I will give this to be a container. Okay. So this to be a container, and inside this I'm giving a link. So class navbar hyphen brand. Okay, so here I will give href hash. So this is a, you need to give this class name, and here you need to navbar, give the navbar. So inside this, what I will do is I'll give the image. So let's take some image is src, some file, I'll mention some file name, and also I will give some width and height. So width is something like 30 and height is something like 20. Okay, so this is how it will be. So let me check. Yes, I have a default.jpg. So let me give this default.jpg. So this is my file. So while I run this, you can see some images placed over here. Okay, and if you want to add some text also, you can do that. So come down and give a name for this image. You can see some a name here. So this is how you can set a icon. So you can also increase the width and height. Example, I'm giving some 100, but that will not be a brand, right? Will not give 100 for the width and height for the brand. So this will be like this. Okay. And to get a navbar toggler, so what we need to do? So to give a navbar togglers, a toggler class will be imported. Okay, and in navbars will also grow to occupy as much horizontal spaces as possible. Okay, and also to add we can add the active class and also on the nav link to indicate the current page, and you should also add some area current attribute on the active nav link. Okay, let's check how we can do that. So in a very easy way, come here, the same thing. So div, sorry, nav class equals to navbar. And guys, we'll have a break at 1 o'clock. So until, please be connected. Okay, navbar hyphen expand. I already told you, right? So to make all the entire that page, so you need to mention this navbar expand lg. So bg hyphen body territory. So here div class container hyphen fluid. Okay, so inside this fluid, I'm going to create one brand first. Okay, uh, class, so navbar hyphen brand, href, giving it as a link, close this off. Okay, so you can give some name. I'm going to set some default image here. So better I will give it as portfolio. Okay, and I'm inserting image in this img src with. Okay, so this is what it will be. And now I'm here, I'm going to set the horizontal navbar. Okay, so how we can set this, and also I'm going to get a button here. If you want, you can add, give a button. One second. Okay, guys, and also, so in this, portfolio, I can also set a button. Okay, so this button is used to get the toggle icon. Okay, to set the toggle icon, first I will create a button, and the class gonna be a navbar hyphen toggle, and also give a type attribute. So type is button. So and this, type equals to button. So I'm giving one more thing, that is called data bs. So you can give, otherwise you just leave it. So now in this place, I'm going to add some span in the button. Okay. So I'm not going to mention any text. I'm going to give a span as a icon. So I need a navbar icon. So nav bar hyphen toggler icon. Okay. So just close it off. Go and check now. You can see what? You can see the icon which is listed here. See here? So this is my icon. So when you click on this, I can see something. So now you need to add this navbar collapse to your container so that you can see all the elements. So let's see how we can do that. So after this, div. So inside this container fluid only, we have set the navbar brand. Now we are going to give the elements, that is home product. So that what we are going to display, just put it here. So div class collapse navbar hyphen collapse. Okay. In this id navbar nav. So this is a special id used for this one, this container. Okay. And now we need to list the elements like unordered list and list of elements. A normal thing. So just copy this. So here I'm giving a class as navbar hyphen nav. Okay. So in this unordered list again, I'm giving a class nav hyphen item. So these are the elements, right? For that reason, what I'm giving it as a nav item. In unordered list, it is navbar hyphen nav. Okay. And here you need to give the link. So nav anchor class. So this place nav hyphen link, and which is going to be an active. Just you can mention it as an active and close it off. That's it. And this is a link. So I'm giving a href hash and giving a name. Just copy this product, and this will be a service. So now we need to mention some information. So then only it will open. So what I need to give. So first, let me think. This ID, it's navbar, and here you need to add one thing that is called as a area current page or okay, okay. So in this button, you need to add some more things. So that is nothing but you need to add two important things. The first one is data hyphen bs toggle. So that value is collapse. So whatever you have mentioned this class, it should be occupy this. Okay. So I'm giving a name as collapse. So that class name that is has been used. And next one is data hyphen ps target. So here I'll give so navbar nav. So what you have mentioned here, that's gonna be in this place. Okay. So now we will check. So now you can see for product and service. Okay, clear guys? So this is what you will be having. And for example, we have some different things. I if I need to display it in a toggler mode, so how can I do it? And if something to be in a drop down item, so how can I add a drop down item? Let's check. So in this we have a normal thing, right? So just go down. In this I'm creating one more unordered list. So here I'll give a class drop down hyphen item. The drop down hyphen menu. So here a list of elements. So in this list of elements, I'm giving a name as something like let's copy this. And next thing is, so I've given a class drop down, and in this place, I'm going to make this to be a link. So for that, I'm creating an anchor tag. So A and the class is drop down hyphen item, and close this link. It is better. Okay. So what is the main thing is you need to mention drop down menu in the unordered list, and for this one you need to give a drop down item. Okay. So let's save and run this. Wait a minute. Okay, and again, here you need to add something. So drop down, right? So drop down should be mentioned in the link, in the button. So just go up and go here in the database target. So in the target, you need to mention what is the main thing. So here it's going to be a drop down. So drop down. And also you can give area controls. So navbar drop down. So better we can remove this things. So here also I'm giving a name as navbar nav drop down. So nav item links. And so here I'm not closing this. So I'm creating one more thing that is called as list of elements. So class equals to nav hyphen item. So anchor. So this is a class name. So nav link, and then you need to add the drop down toggle. Then only it works. Okay. So next, give href hash. In this, you need to mention again with the role. This button should be a button now, and then while I'm clicking that, it should get a drop down. For that purpose, I'm giving a data hyphen bs hyphen toggle drop down. Just close this. So this is my anchor tag, and here I'm mentioning it as a drop down. Okay. Once I click on this, I'll be getting this another list. So I'll remove this of element. So here I'll be listing this one, and after this only I will close this list of element. Okay, so slash li, and again I will close that main unordered list slash even, and then we have dvi div. So now we'll check. So here you can see a drop down. So here I didn't mention the name. Because it's very important topic. Well, you're appearing your interview also, or you're creating your own project, so this will definitely be used. Okay, so 1 second, let me check. I'll tell you this alone. Give me some time. And also you can create a forms like a search bar in this nav element. So how we can create is just I'll remove this. Guys, please be connected. Okay. So if you're facing any network issue, please put it in the chat box so that I can understand. And also please mention your names. If you're not mentioning your names, you will be marked as an absent. Please consider that in your mind. So this for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a form in the nav bar. Okay. So again, so BG body, just closing this. DIV class container hyphen fluid. So in this, I'm creating a form. Okay. So this form is nothing but I'm creating this to be a display flex. Display flex in the sense it will be occupied. So on that day, while creating a CSS flex, I told you, right? So flex is nothing but so it will give you some things. Example, in Amazon and Flipkart, you can see. So it will be in some directions. It is a column wise direction or it is in a row wise direction. So here I'm using a class for that. So it's going to be a dflex. Dflex means display flex. And the role is search. Okay. And here I will give this to be an input element and the class. So while creating a form itself, we know, right? So the input class should be a form control. So form control, and I'm giving some margin space of 2. And the type should be a search. And also if you want, you can give a placeholder as well. So placeholder, it's gonna be a search. And just close it off. Input is closed, and I need some button behind that. So why? Because to search for the user, we need a button, right? For that button, class is btn, btn hyphen btn our outline hyphen success. The type is submit. Here I will give a search. Okay. So let's check now. So here you can see one search bar is there, and you can see a search button. So this is how it will be. Okay. So if you want to know more about this, just go here, nav bar. In this place, you can see some examples. Okay. So just go through it, and while creating your own project, definitely this gonna help. Okay. And the next thing is we'll see about a collapse. What is collapse? First, we'll understand what is collapse. In Navbar, we have used it to toggle the visibility of the content, across your project with a few classes and our JavaScript plugin. So let's see this example. So we have some buttons, right? So it will show the information, which I click on this, I can see some information. So this is how it will be. Okay. And what are the things we will use is dot collapse. It's hide the content. and collapsing is applied during the transition, and collapse.show will show the content. So these are the three things we are going to add it. Okay, just come down. In this place you can see a paragraph. In this paragraph we have a link, and we have a button, and I have created a div container to display my output. So if I click on this, I should need something to be displayed, right? For that, I'm creating this div container. At the top, I have something called as this a link and button. So let's see how we can create this. So here, paragraph, I'm going to create two things, okay, two links. So one is, this is my link, and the one more thing is I need a button, right? So if I click on the button only, I can see some container elements. Guys, if you're going out of the class, so please tell me whether you are facing any internet issue or whatever the problem. Just put it in the chat box. So in this anchor, I'm giving a class name. So class name is BTN button, and BTN is primary. The type is button. So I want this anchor to be a button. For that purpose, I'm giving a type to be a button. So better, I already have a button, so better remove this. So as of now, I given this considers to be a button, and then I am giving a data hyphen bs toggle attribute, and that's gonna be a collapse. So collapse means what? So collapse is nothing but to hide the content. For that purpose, we are using, and then so href, I'm giving access to ID, some IDs. So for that, I'm giving an ID as collapse example, and the role is button. Okay, and also you can give the area control, collapse example. Okay, this is how it will be. And here I'll give some link name. So this link name should be uh, do the so like this I given, and here in the bottom, in the buttons, I'm again creating a one more class. So that is btn hyphen primary, type is button, data hyphen bs toggle is collapse. There's my any doubts? Okay, so this is called a data bs target. Okay, so what I've given here, just give it here also. Okay, I'm just also get all these information here as well. This is for toggle purpose, I'm giving this, and here data hyphen bs target. In this target, collapse example, Here I'll give some name. Okay, these are the two things. Just understand. So I have data BS toggle. Here also I have a data BS toggle and name it as a collapse as a value. And then HREF. So HREF is a linking purpose. So what you're going to link that you need to mention, right? So in the both the point are given as, just change it as G. So data BS target is, I need this target to be displayed here also. So I've given a name and areas control to be in a collapse example. So let's see. So now in the inside this div container, I should have the container. So example div class collapse. Okay. And the id collapse example. Just close this. Inside this, I have a div container class to be. I'm creating a card. Why? Because I need to mention some information in that card, right? So here I will give it as card body. I take this. Okay, just so here you can see information. So both informations are same. So it is showing the same informations. Okay, clear. So this is what you will be defining in the collapse. Okay. Example, you can also set the width and height for this one for this information. So what I will do is in this div I can give some style. Okay, so just go here and give div in the style. I'm giving, I need some min width or min height. So min height is some 120 pixels. Just close this. And then here you need to mention one more thing. So for horizontal purpose I need, right? So collapse hyphen horizontal. And in this place, in the width, you need to mention. So how much width you need. So style, I need some 200 pixel. You can mention that. I need some 100 pixel alone. So let me check what happens. A minute, I need to close this to you. So give me a second. And also you need to change this one because here the ID, it's going to be a width, collapse hyphen width, and here the button type, here also you need to change the target. Just do one thing instead. Now we'll check. So it is not applying some error. To mention it. Sorry. Hopefully it works. Yes. So it is in 100 pixels. This is how you can change the things. And also, if something you need to mention, like it should, view in the first thing and the second thing, that can also be possible here. So to get more example, I think this is collapse. Just go down, you can check multiple things will be there. So give me 1 minute.